Hello, my name is Marion van Ame. I am a choir business coach. I'm a choir director with an MBA, and I so enjoy coaching for-profit choir directors on how to run their choir business. We are in the business of inspiring people to sing, and a lot of choir directors are upside down because the world's upside down. We can't sing in the same room anymore, and a lot of us have moved to online rehearsals and mastered a lot of technology in a short time. And the coronavirus is a virus to pay attention to. We all know that. And I wanted to respond to the webinar that was hosted 2 days ago, May 5th, about the near future of singing and performing. And the near future doesn't look very pretty. It doesn't look like we'll be singing in the same room again anytime soon. The only way to do that safely is to be in full personal protection equipment and looking like an astronaut and goggles on and a mask on is just not realistic to sing together like that. And as choir directors, if we want to keep our singers safe, basically the bottom line is that's not going to happen. We're not going to be singing in the same room in a year and a half until there's a vaccine, until there's herd immunity. There's still a lot of unknowns, but what we do know is that the virus is that people are contagious before they are symptomatic. So there's no way of ensuring that our singers will be safe when we get together to sing. Another interesting thing that came out of that webinar is that singers are really good spreaders of the virus. Singing is more dangerous than just hanging out together and having a conversation. Maybe not as bad as sneezing, but singers are good spreaders of the coronavirus. So what are we going to do with our singing businesses now that we know we won't be singing in the same room? Probably not until 2021, maybe even later than that. We're looking at least a year and a half of not singing in the same room and not performing. If you are a community choir director, you have a huge advantage because the community choirs are more focused on the experience of singing together than performing. That gives us an advantage because every rehearsal is a meaningful experience. In a sense, it is very joyful. It gives all the benefits of singing, all the non-musical benefits of singing every single week, rather than working hard on music and studying it and it's coming together. And when you work towards a performance, there's a lot of concentration in the first few weeks, and then the second half of that term, it becomes more satisfying where the music locks in and you're really polishing it to get ready for a performance. So community choirs have a huge advantage. Those directors are really focused on making every rehearsal a meaningful experience. And Zoom has presented its challenges, but Zoom has also offered a lot of benefits. For instance, when you join a rehearsal through Zoom, you can sing your heart out. You are not going to throw off your neighbor in your choir because your neighbor can't hear you. You're singing in the privacy of your own home, so you can be more playful in how you sing in your part. Choir directors can take advantage of that. You can show your singers how they can come up with harmonies of a melody. So instead of singing everything prescribed, we can move towards you teach a melody and then you give ideas on how to echo that melody or how to harmonize with that melody or how to come up with a bass line that would go with a melody or how to come up with a descant. So I'm actually really excited because the Zoom singing allows for some improv to come into our regular choir rehearsals. Another benefit is that since we're not together in person, you can sing your jammies. I must confess, I've had a few choir rehearsals. If it was in person, I would have taken a shower, and on Zoom, I'm thinking, oh, wow. I think I can just make myself look good from up here, and the rest I'll take care of later. So there's all kinds of, my point is there are differences in leading rehearsals through Zoom versus live, but there are lots of opportunities and there are benefits. Because of Zoom, online singing, we're not limited to our physical location. How cool that you can ask your singers, do you know of anybody that you wish was on this call right now? They can have a singing date. They can come to your choir rehearsals with their best friend from out of state, or their cousin, or their whatever family member from another part of the world, as long as the time zones work out, more or less. So the main message that I want to give you as a community choir leader is manifold. I have so many ideas. Yes, the market has changed tremendously. The way in which we inspire people to sing has changed tremendously. But people have never not sung. Keep that in mind. And the pandemic also really forces you to look at why you are doing this work. Why is it so important for you to inspire people to sing, to bring people together in song? And you can still do that. We have to be very aware that our purpose is the same, but just the means in how we deliver it is changing because of the online sessions. It is a really great time to look back at why you're doing this work, and are you still feeding that? How can you fulfill that purpose? And because the market is changing so much, your singers' needs may be changing too. And some of those are getting met automatically. You know, singers love to sing together to get them out of isolation. People love to sing together because they're going through rough times. And when you sing, you cannot think about anything else. So you're still providing those kind of health benefits to your singers. But it's also a good opportunity to check in with your singers. What do they need right now? And how can you meet that as a song leader or choir director? It is totally normal to go through grief, through anger, through frustration, through overwhelm as a choir director, because you're learning so much new technology. And allow yourself to be frustrated and angry and sad. And then get in touch with your purpose, get in touch with your why you're doing this work, and keep spreading your love through your work. Choir is your medium, how you spread love and inspiration into the world and light. And you can still do that with online sessions. There's some opportunities that Zoom has offered. Quite frankly, I've recruited 20 new singers in the pandemic, and I was not really driving the marketing for it, but because I've adjusted my product, people have found out about it and signed up. And that shows how eager people still are to sing. It shows how much we need the singing, especially now. And you know it, people have never not sung. People have sung in concentration camps, during wars, in jails, in hospitals. They're not going to quit now. People need to sing. Honor your singers, that they're still committed to their voice, that they're still committed to have a creative outlet for everything they're going through. All these emotions you're going through, frustration and isolation and desperation and depression, and sometimes it's exciting and then you go down the hill again. Your singers go through that too. And you can offer a place for them where you could play just a few chords on the piano and let them sing in the privacy of their own home to process the feelings that they have about being isolated or about not being able to sing in the same rehearsal space. There's a lot of things you can offer. What has been great, because so many musicians are locked down and they're all finding creative ways to bring their music into the world anyway, is your online sessions are such a great opportunity to bring guest teachers to your singers that until now have been too far away or too expensive or too busy because they were touring, and now they are available. It's a wonderful way to inspire your singers, for them to meet the composers of songs that you've been singing for years. I know you're saving a lot of money on rent. You don't have to rent a rehearsal space anymore. And it's a great way of moving some budget from rehearsal space to guest teacher. And it can be a wonderful experience to have a guest teacher in your midst. So to sum it up, your singers still need to sing. And maybe some singers are not into Zoom. Maybe they're in denial. They just want to keep singing like we used to up until 2 months ago. And that is the loss we're feeling. Just keep in mind, we cannot go back to that anytime soon. We don't have the choice as choir directors to offer singing in person, and the singers don't have the choice of finding a choir to sing in person, because it would be really foolish to sing in close proximity right now. So allow your singers to go through all the stages of denial and anger and acceptance. And some of them may need time to turn around to say, yes, I do want to get together through Zoom with you because I miss my community. Embrace it. All right, so to sum it up, first of all, be really clear on why you're doing this work. Remember that the benefits of singing to your singers are still the same. And try to get excited about the new opportunities. You can attract singers from outside your geographical area, even outside your time zones. You are still a community leader. You are still a song leader. Just the form in which we bring the music has changed. And remember the many, many, many opportunities this offers. I wish you well, and I'd love to hear from you how your choir is doing, your community choir, your singing group. Even if you teach vocal improv, lots of opportunities to offer now that are more easily accessible because of the online experience. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions about how to keep your business going, I offer group coaching online and free Q&As once a month on Thursdays. And you can also send me questions in response to this video. Stay healthy and keep singing. The world needs it. Thank you.